President, distinguished colleagues, it says, personal explanation. By the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there will be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon explanation. The terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in detail to the President of the Senate when he leaves to make it is sought. Mr. President, we had a meeting this morning of all the minority caucus, and we resolved that distinguished Senator Abba Moro should be the leader of the minority caucus of the 10th Senate. On the issue of minority whip, we had two candidates that are interested, and it was decided that in view of the disagreement between them, we resolve to meet at a later date to decide on who should be the minority whip. And I have been mandated as the leader of the caucus to come and submit the list of signatures or the list of senators rather, that signed for Senator Abba Moro. But I have not been mandated to submit the names of senators that signed for Osita. So, and I advise very strongly that in order not to cause division within the ranks and file of the minority caucus, you stay action on the announcement of the minority. Yes, let me.
Your point of order is noted. Leader, let me sit down. Leader, let me also refresh your mind, because we are like a court, so we have our rules. Leader, please open to Rule 52, 52.6. Rule 52.6 says, it shall be out of order to attempt to reconsider any specific question upon which the Senate has come to a conclusion during the current session, except upon a substantive motion for rescission. The Senate has dropped the gavel, and you can only exercise any issue on what we have decided through your submissions by coming through Order 52, sub 6. Leader of the Senate. Yes. You may read.
Is on behavior of senators in the Senate. 55. I want to appeal to our distinguished colleagues to please read Order 55 and try to abide by it. Did you read, Mr. President?
I know it was Senator Ndume reading.
It's Order 55, and I believe everybody has it. I want you to also read, Mr. President.
Order 55 rule.
Rule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and finally 13.
Thank you. So, is it the view of the Senate? The Senate President should proceed to read Order 55. Those who are in support of his proposition say aye. Those who are in support that the Senate President should read out up to this state and say aye. Those who are against say nay. Nay. The nays have it. Senator Ndume, they said I should not read, but
55 remains, so I read. 1. At the entry of the presiding officers. Senators, officials, members of the press, and those in the gallery should stand still until the presiding officer has taken his seat. 2, during a sitting, all senators shall enter and leave the Senate with decorum. 3, every senator, when he or she comes into the chamber, shall take his or her seat, and should not at any time stand in any of the passages or gangways. 4, every senator shall make obeisance to the chair in passing, or obeisance to the chair from his seat. 5, senators shall not cross the floor of the Senate unnecessarily or sit in a place allotted to any other senator. And 6, senators shall take care not to pass between chair and any senator who is speaking, or between chair and the mess. And 7, when the Senate President is putting a question, no senator may walk out of or across the floor of the chamber. 8, senators shall not read newspapers or magazines in their places, and shall only read such books and letters as may be connected with the business of under debate. 9, when a senator is speaking, no senator may converse aloud or make any noise or disturbance to interrupt him. 10, during a sitting, all senators shall be silent and shall confer only in undertones. 11, no senator is allowed to smoke, chew, or drink upon the floor of the Senate. And 12, no senator may interrupt another senator while speaking unless to call attention to a point of order or privilege suddenly arising. B, to call attention to want of a quorum. And C, to call attention to the presence of stranger. D, to move a closure motion. Or E, to move that the business of the day be called on. And finally, senators shall attend the sitting of the Senate properly dressed in known tradition and formal attire.
The Senator 55, as eloquently read by the Senate Majority Whip, is applauded and sustained.